Jodelle, and welcome to the Get Fit on the Water, very first episode of your audio SUP workout. This workout is designed to be a total body exercise and core training routine that you can do on your SUP, or you know what, you can do this without your stand-up paddleboard. You can do this on land. But this is the very first of many to come. So if I sound funny, I've got my little microphone hanging from my body while I'm on my board, because I'm going to actually do the workout and take you through an entire workout on the board. Anybody can do. This is low impact, and I'll give modifications, and I'll give more advanced exercise modifications that you can do to make it a little more extreme if you're that person. So right now, I'm not on my board, just getting my body warm, and you can join me. So if you're on your board and you're ready to get started, let's go for a warm-up here. We're just paddling. So hopefully, if I can figure out this podcast, I'm going to have you be listening to some lovely little fast-paced music in the background. But if you're listening to this and there's no music, I couldn't figure it out quite yet. So maybe in the episodes to come, it will happen. But for now, we're just warming up our body. So make sure that when you're reaching forward to the nose of the board with your paddle, you're getting your paddle straight up and down in the water, vertical. So sorry if there's any background noise of wind or my microphone bumping up against me. But what we're looking for here is a vertical paddle. So when you're looking at your paddle as you take a stroke, see if it's straight up and down. And by doing that, you're stacking your shoulders. So really work on paddle vertical, stacking your shoulders, kind of opening your body up as you reach forward. Okay, so we're just going to continue here. We've got to get the body warm before we go into the workout. I've got my inflatable PFD with me. I've got my whistle in case I need it. And I've got my anchor to anchor myself where I'm going to do the workout. So it's important that you have those things as well. If you don't, well, remember them next time. The anchor is really important because if it's all windy, you want to be able to stay in the same location and not let the wind interfere with your workout on the board. So it's starting to feel warm. The sun is shining on me. Hope it's shining on you too, but in the event it's not, that's all right. At least you're on the water. Could be a lot worse. You could be behind a deck. So I got the wind at my back. That's really nice. But if I was to turn around and want to get a little bit warmer, I could actually get a little more of a workout. So paddling into the wind is a great way to warm up too. If you have a little wind, use that to your advantage. You want to get all the muscles warm. Hopefully you're reaching towards the nose of the board still, stacking the shoulders, keeping your paddle vertical in the water, and pulling out at your feet. That's the next thing you want to focus on. Pull that paddle out right at your toes, maybe even 6 inches before your toes. So small, short strokes up front, opening your body as you reach that paddle forward. What I mean by opening your body is when you stack your shoulders, you should be able to look under your top arm. So a little bit more, we're going to warm up, and then we will get started with our workout. So keep paddling. Okay, and now if we're ready, let's get started on our workout. So hopefully if this podcast works out right, you'll see on the front of the podcast picture that I'm going to have a picture of the workout all written out on my little dry erase mermaid board. But this is a SUP total body circuit, so let's get started. So now that you've paddled into a comfortable area and set your anchor, or if you haven't, please do so. Let's get started with our lower body first, and then we'll move right into our upper body. So we're going to kind of be jumping around, and we're going to do this circuit 3 times through. Start with your paddle straight out in front of you, horizontal, like you're holding it out in front of you, and you're going to keep your feet wide, about hip width apart, and we're going to do 10 squats. So with a squat, you're staying in your heels, so you're going to sit down like there's a really low chair way far behind you, and then stand up, reach your paddle overhead. So sitting down, paddles out in front of you, standing up, paddles overhead. Here we go. Down for 1, and up. Down for 2, and up. Down for 3, and up. Down for 4. Keep going. Now, if you want to add a little more to this, you could even jump off the feet and land back down in your squat. Just a little air between you and the board. Should be at 8 here, and up, and 9, and up, and 10. Okay, finish there. Moving down to all fours on your board. We're going to do 10 push-ups now. So there's 3 ways to do push-ups. You can do them on all fours with your hands right underneath your shoulders. That's the easiest way, as if you were just going to go down between your hands and smell your paddle that's underneath you, because go ahead and set your paddle like lengthwise underneath you on the board when you're down on all fours. Otherwise, you're going to back up your knees a little bit to where you're in a straight line from your knees to your head and do a push-up that way. Or you can do it, traditional style, from your toes to your head, with your hands and toes on the board. A straight line from your head to your toes. So 10 push-ups. Here we go. Down and up, down and up, down and 3. Come on, get down nice and low. And 4. Down and smell that board. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. All right. Next, standing back up with your paddle. So again, holding your paddle vertically out in front of you. What you're going to do here is you're going to when you squat down, you're going to bring your hands to the board, still holding your paddle, and step your right knee way back behind you down onto the board. So your left heel is still on the board, but your right knee is down. Reach the paddle all the way up overhead as if you're standing on one knee and one foot. So it's just a kneeling lunge here. So reaching the arms up, come back down, stand back up. So step that back leg in, stand up, and then we're going to go to the other side. So you'll squat down, hands on the board, left knee down, way far back behind you, set that knee down, reach the paddle all the way up, sitting up tall, come back down, let's keep going. Stand up, and squat down, step the leg back, reach the paddle up, bring it back down, step back up, stand back up, come back down, squat down, hands to the board, left knee back, paddle comes up, come back down, step the foot back in, and stand back up. That's 2. Keep going. Down, right knee back, sit up with your paddle, reach up, bring it back down, step the foot up, and stand up and reach up. That's 3. Come back down, squatting down, left leg back, and reach the paddle up. Get a little faster now. Down, step back up, stand back up. There's 4. Down, and right knee back, and all the way up, and back down, step back up, and standing. Now we go to the other side, squatting down, left leg back, arms come up, come back down, step back up, stand back up, 5, keep going, down, right leg back, all the way up, all the way down, foot comes up, stand all the way up, that's 6, other side, squatting down, stepping the left leg back, arms come up, all the way back down, step the foot up, stand up. That's 6. That's 7, sorry. Down and up. And paddle comes down. Right foot comes up. Stand up. That's 8. Come on, we can do it. Down. Left leg back. Reach up. All the way back down. Stand all the way up. That's 9. Can you do one more? Down. Right leg back. Paddle comes up. And down. And stand back up and finish. Are you winded yet? I feel it. All right, back down onto your board. Set your paddle down underneath you so it's out of the way. We're going to be sitting on our backside with your hands behind you. So maybe you'll have your fingers facing forward towards your hips, and your knees are bent, your feet are on the board right in front of your hips. So you're kind of sitting on the board with your knees bent and your hands behind you. Now, go into kind of a tabletop position and lift your hips off the board so your feet and your hands are on the board and your hips are lifted. In this position, you're going to press your arms straight after you bend them. So bend them into a little dip and then press your arms straight. It's almost like you're trying to touch your hips down to the board and then press yourself back up. So here we go, down and up, just bending and straightening elbows, down and up, down and up, down and 4, down and 5, down and 6, down and 7, down 8, and 9, and 10. Good. Okay, so those are your tricep table dips. We're coming back up for sprinter lunges on each leg. So I want you to stand back up. This is kind of the same principle as before. You're going to squat down and then step your right leg all the way back, toes on the board. Okay, stay in this position. This is your little sprinter position, as if you're on the starting lines of a race. So your right leg, all it's going to do is the knee's going to come back up underneath your body and then shoot it back out. So in, under, back and out. In, under, back and out. In, under, back and out. So you're just tucking that knee under, sending the leg back out. Now keep the hips low. Here comes 5, step back, and 6, step back, and 7, step back, and 8, step back, and 9. Ooh, burning that thigh, right? And 10. Okay, let's switch sides. So still squatting low. You're squatting down. Your hands are on the board. You can have your paddle underneath you or not. It's up to you. On the other side now. So you're down in that sprinter lunge, and we've got the left leg that's going to be going back and under. So stay low through that right leg. Here we go. Step back, step in, step back, step in, step back, step in. Good. Step back, step in, step back, step in. You got 3 more. Step back, step in, step back, step in, and 1 more. Yes, sprinter lunges. That's what those are. Okay, down on your buns now for our full roll-ups. So you're going to be sitting on your buns with your knees bent, paddle out in front of you, holding it horizontally. Right out in front of you, and you don't have to use your paddle. You can just have your arms out in front of you as well. But sitting down on your board, you're going to round your back and lower down 1 vertebrae at a time. Lowering your back all the way down. Paddle overhead when you get laid all the way down on your board. And then peel your body back up. 1 vertebrae at a time coming up, reaching the paddle up overhead. So here we go, a little bit faster. Roll down, all the way to your back, reach overhead. Roll up, all the way up, reach overhead. Roll down, all the way back, reach overhead. Roll up, and sit up, reach up. Roll down. Roll back, and sit up and reach up. Roll down, roll back, and curl up and reach up. Roll down, roll back, and sit up, curl up, reach up. Got 3 more. Down, and all the way back up. And 1 more down, all the way back up. Oops, I think I lied. I think you have 1 more. Down, all the way back up. It's hard to count and do this at the same time. Okay, so 10 hyperextensions. So flip over to your belly now on the board. So you're going to be on your belly with your paddle straight out in front of you. So your legs are long behind you. Your paddle is straight out ahead of you on the board. And you're going to be lifting and lowering your paddle. Now this is optional. You can always not use your paddle here and just lift the arms and legs. You can actually just also use the elbows out to the side like cactus arms and lift them that way if lifting them out in front is too difficult. So your goal here is to be like a skydiver and lift as much of your body off the board as you can while your abdomen is staying on the board. So here we go. Lift up, hyperextensions. Up for 1 and down. 2 and down. It's a tiny little movement. And 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Okay, that was hyperextensions. Now 1 more core exercise, and then we repeat the whole workout again. So now we're back on our buns. Flip over. Let's see. Flip over to your buns. Sitting on your board. These are V-ups with your paddle. They're called V-ups because you're going to make a V with your body. Now, there's two ways to make the V. If you're starting on your buns with your knees bent, that's going to be the easiest way. And you're going to lay down on your back with your paddle in front of you, like holding your paddle out in front of you horizontally. So you're going to sit up, and as you sit up, lift those knees up to where you're making a V shape from your knee all the way up to your head. So it's a little V. Now, if you're going to do the full exercise, you're going to lift your straight legs up while you sit up. So you're making, these are actually like teasers in Pilates, they're called. But on this, I'm calling them the SUP V-ups. You make a V with your body. So sit up, legs up. Here we go. Up for 1 and down. Up for 2 and down. So try the modified version if you need to. Up for 3 and down. Up for 4 and down. Up for 5 and down, up for 6 and down, up for 7 and 8 and 9. Oh, are you feeling that? And 10. There we go. Woo! Okay, that's one circuit. So are you ready to go through it again? Because we got to do that 2 more times, and then you're going to have your total body circuit. No time to waste. Here we go. Stand back up. You got 10 squats to do. I'm going to walk you through it again, so I'll be with you the whole time cheering you on. All right, feet are hip distance apart or wider for more stability. Let's sit down low, reach your paddle forward, and stand up. We're going to do these a little bit faster now that you know them. So down and up, down and 2, down and 3, down and 4, down and 5, down and 6, down and 7, down and 8, down and 9, and 10. Okay, moving right into push-ups. So go down to your board for your push-ups. Are you winded? Grab a drink of water if you need to, but here we go. Push-ups, 10 of them. You can do it. Go at your own pace, but I'm going to walk you through it. Down, 1 and up, 2 and up, 3 up, 4 up, 5 up, 6 up. Keep those abs in. 9 and 10. Okay, good. Lunges on the board, kneeling lunges. Remember, you set your knee down on these, okay? So stand back up. Let's go back up to a standing position. There we go. And paddle is overhead. You're going to squat down, step back, knee down, paddle up, step back down, stand back up. Now, for the sake of time, I'm going to let you go through these on your own, but I will still be coaching you and cheering you on. So keep going. You're alternating your lunges, stepping back, standing up, reaching up, get that knee back down, keep going, keep moving, don't stop. You got to get full extension. Get that knee all the way down, arms all the way up, belly in strong. All the way down, knee steps back, make sure that front heel doesn't lift off the board. Reaching up, paddle overhead. Are you working still? You better not be taking a break. You don't get fit on the water by standing there. Well, you kind of do, but only when you're moving. Either paddling or doing fitness. Keep going. Down and up. Let's do just a few more. I don't even know where you're at, but we're just going to keep going. Down, knee down. Reach the paddle overhead, then stand up and reach up. How about one more on this side? So step back, hands down, hands up, reach up, and stand up. You got it. Okay, tricep table dips. This is where you're coming back down to the board. Let's go back down to sitting on our buns, and hands come behind you. Feet are on the board, hands are on the board. Lift your hips up. Bend and straighten at the elbows. So do not lift your hips up and down by just lifting and lowering the hips. I want you to lift the elbows away from the board and then let them bend. So here we go. Down, up, down, 2, down, 3, down, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Good. Sprinter lunges again. Remember those? That's where you're like in a sprinter start at the starting line. Get down, or first get up, and then start down in that sprinter So you're squatting down, both hands on the board, step your right leg back. We're going to do these fast because I want you to get through it and I want you to feel it burn your left thigh. So right leg, back and in, back and in, back and in, back and 4, back and 5, back and 6, back and 7, back and 8, back and 9, back and 10. Okay. Other side, no time to waste. Squatting down low. Do not let those hips come up or you're cheating. And cheaters don't get the results that they need. Okay, down. Left leg back, left leg in. Left leg back, left leg in. Keep going. Left leg back, left leg in. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You want to go faster than me and do more? That's fine. Yeah. One more. Okay. Woo, Bernie. Okay, full roll up. Sit down on your board and let's roll up and reach up. Okay, so you're sitting down and your knees are bent, or you can have straight legs if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more. Lay down on your back, paddle overhead, peel yourself back up, sit up, arms reach up, and I'm just going to talk you through these. So do 10. Here we go. Up and roll down. Rolling up and reaching up. Rolling down, reaching overhead. Rolling up and reaching up. Rolling down, reaching overhead. Keep going. So really pull your belly button down into your spine and reach as far as you can overhead. Get that big stretch while you're sitting up. And down. Keep going. Rolling up. Rolling down. Rolling up. Rolling down. You got it. Keep it going. And let's do one more here. Whatever number you're on, you can at least do one more. You can do anything one more time. Yeah? Okay. Good. Now, hyperextension. So let's roll over onto our belly, onto the board. Legs are long behind you. Arms are out in front of you. And paddle or no paddle, it doesn't matter. We're lifting like skydivers off the board. The only thing that's touching the board when you come up is your belly. So lift. Ready? Go up and down. Up and 2. Up and 3. Up and 4, up and 5, up and 6, up and 7, up 8, up 9, and 10. Okay. Woohoo! The ups with your paddle is the last one here. So let's get into position on the hips, on the buns. So remember, you're going to have the knees bent or straight. It's up to you here, whatever you're wanting to do. And all right, let's begin. So your body's going to come all the way up from the board. Make a V, come back down. 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 Keep going up and down. Up and down. Up, and this should be 6. Up and 7. Ooh, if you have to go slower than me because your abs are getting tired, that's all right. I have to slow down too, by the way. One more. And finish there. All right, you have that circuit to do one more time. But if you are a beginner and you're worn out, you can stop it here. This can be your little workout for the day. But if you want a little bit more, this is what you have left to do. 10 squats, 10 push-ups, 10 kneeling lunges, 10 tricep table dips, 10 sprinter lunges on each leg, 10 full roll-ups, 10 hyperextensions, and 10 V-ups. So if you forget one of those, I want you to go through it one more time. You don't need me cheering you on anymore. You can do this one more time. If you forget, just look on the picture of the podcast. Hopefully it will be on there. And good job today, you guys. This is awesome. I hope that you enjoy working out on the water with me. There'll be more to come, so stay tuned. Keep checking back for more episodes. Also, for full video versions of some of the exercises you've seen here, visit Stand Up Paddling TV on YouTube. That's Stand Up Paddling TV, or type in SUP TV in the YouTube search engine. And that's my whole fitness and video series that I've done with BIC SUP. So yeah, totally go check that out. Visit bicsup.com if you'd like to find out more information on some great boards to do SUP fitness on. And later, dudes, have a good workout.